The recession that will erase generational wealth is almost here. Hey, it's me, your friend, the one who's always telling you to be prepared for every possible disaster and crisis. This time, when the economy tanks and we lose all of our jobs, when we have no money left to spend on anything but food and shelter. This time, I want you to be prepared for it. I want you to be prepared for it when the stock market crashes, when the banks fail, when the government no longer provides services and starts taking away your freedoms. Welcome to I Am Crypto. This is my channel where I will be sharing crypto news, finance stories, and insights. I'm so glad you're here, so listen up. The recession that will erase generational wealth is almost here. It's inevitable. We're in the midst of a massive economic bubble, and it will burst. It could happen tomorrow, the next month, or the next year, but it is coming. When it does, I want you to be prepared for it. Inflation is soaring. The Fed is raising rates and inflicting more economic harm in order to cool down stubbornly high inflation. This will continue until the economy crashes, and you can't trust your money anymore. Inflation is an insidious thing because it doesn't always look like what we expect. In fact, right now, we're seeing some signs that are downright confusing. We are told that inflation is just an increase in general consumer costs. That is not the case. That's a big, gigantic lie. In reality, inflation refers to an increase in the total amount of money in circulation, and price increases at retail outlets are merely one of the potential side effects of this process. They want us to believe that increasing the money supply, which they constantly do as the US debt clock shows, is acceptable as long as consumer good prices don't rise too quickly. But you should know that this is a risky game, because doing so dilutes the value of the currency and reduces the purchasing power of each dollar. Now you need to ask yourself, who is going to suffer the most from this? Those with lower and middle class incomes. The Federal Reserve deliberately brings the economy to its knees by rising interest rates, at which point it purchases assets at a discount and subsequently inflates the value of those assets in order to make a profit. They just keep doing that over and over, and that is unacceptable. Moreover, a war between Russia and Ukraine is spreading. Europe has been cut off from its main gas supply by Russia. This means Europe has no gas for heating or cooking, and that could lead to an economic downturn in Europe. And if you live in the United States and believe this won't have any impact on your economy, supply chain, or investment portfolio, you're mistaken. When Europeans spend more money on energy, that means they have less money to spend on other things. This will harm American businesses that sell in Europe and will disrupt global economic growth. And if Europe goes into recession, that could lead to less trade with America, which would mean fewer jobs for Americans. The US is declining and its dollar is falling. That's just the start of what the experts are calling the most important economic event since the Great Depression. And the next steps could be catastrophic. A nuclear war between Russia and the US, or even worse, a surrender by the US to China. So much is happening. If you live in Europe, this winter will be extremely cold and people might freeze to death due to the lack of basic necessities like heat or food. If you live in America, get ready for a major economic reset that will change every facet of life as we know it. Stay alert in the Middle East. A big event is about to take place, and it's going to be a spectacle that none of us will soon forget. The mainstream media is doing their best to hide all of this from you. But the truth is that our world is changing faster than ever before. The global reset has begun, and it's going to be unlike anything we've ever seen. If you're like most people, you probably don't have much money in the bank or in an emergency fund to cover expenses if times get tough. You're also probably putting most of your money into the stock market and other investments, which are likely to suffer during a recession. As I've been telling you all along, cash is king when it comes to surviving recessions. And there's one investment that will keep your money safe while still allowing you to make some real gains. Watch our next video if you want to know this. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, I Am Crypto. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.